Why do I not have a mic? There's my mic. I don't know why it took a second for my mic to come on, but it's on now. No, it's... Uh-oh, that might be a problem. My mic hasn't been recording.
Whoops. How do you spell tongue?
T-O-U-N-G.
I got it.
But we return to the Silver Lantern Archives, and we are continuing on with Dragonlance, the banners.
I don't think I got it.
Our party's in a spot of trouble at the moment, and we're going to let the cat tell us what's been going on and why part of their mane is missing.
Which I will never forgive unless we can find some good hair tonic. Anyway, so last time after dealing with another room full of these golems, we were all pretty much on death's door. Well, not all of us. Most of the people who really need to not be on death's doors so they could protect everyone else. But while Talio and I think Rosalie were knocked out, the party learned that the golem, now having repaired itself fully, well, I guess, yeah, I'd say fully, can now understand when people are talking to it. Just, only specific languages, namely dwarf. Hesler asked it whether or not there was a way out. It said yes, and it pointed further up into the fort, which is not good for us because we were all pretty tired and spent. So instead of going further into the fort and continuing, we decided to instead go into the city to seek safe harbor in was once a blacksmith, because those places are generally built to last, especially in a dwarven city. Yeah, pretty decent rest. The golem tried to leave multiple times until Hesler just ordered it to go to sleep, which it did. But then we returned back to the fort, got into another fight because the golem just walked right into a room full of, with more golems and myconids inside. And then the party found out something very interesting about our resident bard, namely that they're a changeling. And they thought that turning into a dwarf amongst these corrupted golems would be a very good idea. I mean, technically it was, because then all the golems solely on him.
You're welcome.
Mm-hmm. We defeated them all pretty easily, and had a little bit of. I mean, the first wave.
Fair.
After they got all the scratch, it was pretty easy to defeat them. But then, while proving the fact that he was Williams, because no one knew that this was Williams until, at first, he decided to play his bagpipes at full volume, which then, of course, alerted. And I'm only assuming is all the rest of the golems in the goddamn fort, because they're just swarming us, or what were swarming us, pain in the ass. So that's where we left off last time, getting gaggle fucked by golems.
Fair.
And technically not dying.
Because the bard couldn't keep his lips off his bag.
I'm going to give you an anti-hero point for that, so you're going to lose one. And you gain I'm kidding. You go ahead and take your hero point as we rejoin the party mid-fight, as we are immediately going to go to Steve. Steve, what you have to...
Yes, Steve, where he left off, where he drew his bow and he was talking to it, saying, "Hey, Mr. Bow, Mrs. Bow, bow, long bow of might, please let my arrow go true during this flight," as he sends an attack over to this one right next to Raz.
That is disadvantage due to it being on the ground. So that is going to be a 4, so that is going to miss.
Oh, I didn't realize it was on the ground, but okay, that's fine.
That's what the prone symbol's for.
Got it.
I think it's currently wrestling with Ifrit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else from Steve?
Steve will then move up right next to Hessler.
Gotcha. That's just going to bring us to the golems. This golem's going to try to beat Williams to a death. It's got
I'm dodging, by
disadvantage
the
due
way.
to evasion. Yep. That is going to be a 10 up to a 12. I think that misses. Yes, it does.
That misses.
Yeah.
This one's trying to beat up Ifrit, but they kind of can't do anything against each other. So that's just kind of what's going on over there.
Wait, they don't
that
have
one's
like
dead.
basic bludgeoning damage.
No, they only have fire damage.
Oh, and
So
yeah, they're just
Ifrit
punching each
also
other and doing
can't do
nothing.
anything back to him, so he just has him grappled. Bringing
Yeah,
us to
but I'm still
Rex.
doing something.
Raz is going to lash out with her knife.
You have advantage. That is going to be a 14, which is going to hit.
Beautiful. And I think I have the magic thingy up.
Last
So it'll do full damage. And that's my turn.
You are going to take some fire damage in retaliation, as you are going to take 1 fire damage.
Okay. Where are my hit points? There are my hit points.
Alrighty. Anything else?
Am I on fire now?
No. You just take some fire damage.
Yeah, depends on if they punch us.
Yeah, it's going to bring us to Hassler.
I am going to Eldritch Blast that one.
Gotcha.
That's Hex. Where's the Eldritch Blast? There it is.
I think I've been forgetting
Not
to
an
use that
advantage.
ability. That's going to be an 8, so that misses.
Is it an advantage because they were
yes, yes, it would.
enraged by Williams?
They're not paying attention to y'all. So.
Yeah.
A total of 4 force damage as the blast blasts through its shoulder, damaging it very consistently. I'm not going to use that voice for too long, but anything else from Hessler?
I didn't understand a word you said.
I understand bits and pieces.
Where's
but
the
I don't think
earth-shattering
so.
kaboom? There was supposed to be an earth-shattering kaboom.
Kaboom!
That was actually a pretty good Marvin. Nice.
But anything else from Hessler?
Nope.
Alrighty, that is going to bring us to Rosalie. Rosalie is going to send some healing towards our burning kitty. And then they are going to throw down a withering mark on the one next to Williams. So
Yes, the
Taleo...
kitty who still has most of his HP versus the
Not
paladin
you,
who's
wrong one.
like...
It's Dara. I got y'all switched. My bad. Because I was looking at Dara's slot, thinking it was Taleo, because I didn't look at the image, because there's so many names!
Yeah,
it goes to Dara, not Taleo, my bad.
Okay. So 5 you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's going to fail and get hit by the withering mark. Which brings us to Zinnia. Zinnia is just in the back trying to figure out what to do. They're going to shoot that one to the north. They're going to hit, dish out 9 damage as the bolt hits them in the chest and they collapse.
Nice.
Which is going to put that ban. I'm going to throw that out of there so you can see. But that's it for actually, Zinnia needs to try recharge. Failed recharge. Which brings us to Williams, our newest dwarf.
Williams will just wave his fanny at the other golems and dodge.
You know, being useless.
Alrighty, that's going to bring us to Leo.
Alright, so Leo will strike at the one that's prone. So that way I don't have to waste, do the whole reckless thing.
You don't have to do reckless because we have advantage on all of them.
Correct.
Oh, alright. Well, that's a 23.
That is going to hit.
$13, because I'm pretty sure I'm blessed, right?
Nope.
No, you're not.
No? I thought
It was like
it's on Steve, Raz, and
Steve.
Dara.
Nope, not me. Raz, Steve, and Hessler, maybe? That doesn't sound right.
Well, you don't have the thing on it, so you don't have it anymore if you did.
Fair.
So that's going to be... That is... Who are you attacking?
The one is prone.
Okay, so up here. That's going to be 6 damage. That's why I say y'all got to keep track of what's on your token.
I was, but I know it wasn't cast on me the second time. So
yeah. Taleo, you are also going to take 3 fire damage at the start. As you were on
Can we
fire.
just use the base?
Does that and that just hits my my damage, not my
Check, yeah, it
ward. Or...
Yeah, it just goes through the ward because it's you that's on fire. It's not an exterior.
Got it.
Unless the fire happens after the ward, correct?
Well, the ward's there, but it's effectively they're not being swung on right now, so the ward can't get interposed between it.
Gotcha.
So it could stop future burns, but not the one that's already on. Anything
Yeah,
else?
yeah. Sorry, that's what I was saying.
Well, that's it.
All right.
Yeah,
That's
magic weapon as soon as possible.
Okay, well, start my turn. I take 3 because I'm partially on fire. And I'm at 12 point. Wait, no, I have 2. I'm confused. My bar system is 0, so I'm gonna adjust the bar. Anyways.
Also, Dara, you take 3 fire damage.
Yeah, I did. I was at 23. I'm 20 now. Alright, well, I guess I'll keep stabbing the one that's directly next to Williams, because might as well.
Gotcha.
And I have advantage because funness.
It's gonna hit.
Cool. Perfect.
Well, that's gonna be 8 damage.
8?
No, 4.
Didn't have a. Yeah, I don't have the buff on. And no bonus action past turn.
Gotcha. That's going to bring us to this guy who wants to murder Williams. So we're throwing some fists. Also, Dara, you're going to take some fire damage.
I already took the fire damage to start my turn.
No, this is from you attacking them. You're going to take 3 fire damage.
Gotcha.
Well, Williams, that is a double crit. So they're going to crit you.
Well, but I'm definitely using my interception on this.
Yeah. That is going to be a total
Max reduction.
of 18.
Wow, I'm glad I rolled max reduction then.
Yep. And Rosalie is going to tell him to fuck off. So no damage to Williams. And he's not lit on fire.
Hey.
Oh yeah, you guys gave me MVP last week. That's right, because I was saving Williams' ass.
Yep. That's going to bring us to this one in the back who's going to try to deck our dearest Dara. That's a 13. I think that misses.
Correct.
Yep. Oh, it's going to then bring us all the way back around to Steve.
Steve's going to move up to right here. And then he's going to shoot this flop guy, talk to his longbow.
He takes 2 fire damage. 2 fire damage to radiant damage from Rosalie.
She on fire?
No, Rosalie put the withering mark on.
Oh, okay. I was like, I took 2 damage from Rosalie. I'm not moving next to her.
The guardian.
So I talked to my longbow. Please, longbow, you can hit this one. I know it.
That is going to be a 19. It's going to hit.
Ugh.
It's going to be 20 damage, which kills him outright. As the arrow catches under the armpit as he's swinging and hits the core.
And then I will move right there.
Alrighty. Well, that's going to bring us to a dead guardian. That one's alive. It's trying to get up. Nope. Ifrit's holding him in place. Rats.
We're going to try and knife him.
Yeah.
Well, it's going to be a 15, which is going to hit. Actually, 17. You dish out 6 damage and take 3 fire damage in return.
Ow, what the fuck? That was Raz, I know, it's okay, I understand the ability. That's my turn.
It's going to bring us to a Hassler. Show us how they do it up in the I got jailed by the patron.
Oh, you keep moving. I don't think I have a clear shot on that Bane one, do I?
Not a cleared shot, but it's from where you're standing, 3/4 cover.
Hold on. Let me pull that out. And it would there too, because it's getting cover from allies.
Wouldn't have 3/4 cover, you just have disadvantage from 3 people being in the way.
Three-fourths cover is 5 to AC.
Yep. If you move one more to the left, it only has half. Or right. I know the elves. I promise. So yeah, it only has half cover, which is only +2. That's
Yeah.
gonna hit.
Yeah, 17 to hit. I'll take 13 points of force as I max that.
13, yeah. Who's concentrating on a Bane, by the way?
Hester.
I thought it was Williams.
No,
Yeah,
that's
that
not
was
me.
Williams.
That's Williams.
Okay, that's what
Hester was the last batch of it that died.
That's what I thought. Okay.
I'm very stingy on my spells. I only have 2 of them for short rest.
Alrighty, anything else from Hessler?
No, thank you.
Rosalie is going to throw down some more magic. Papa. Papa. Withering mark on this guy over here. At the dot, and Constitution save, he fails. Even without the pain. And the 7 healings going to Dara.
700.
Oh, that's going to bring us to Zinnia. Zinnia is going to... She doesn't want to get that thing turned around, so she's going to go... She's going to dash all the way over here. Can't really do much anything else, but they're over there. They're going to try a recharge. That is a 2. That is a fail, which brings us to Williams.
All right, let's do the same thing. Just keep taunting the golems and dodge.
Gotcha.
Everyone else is doing a great job, and I'm just a small cog in the wheel.
Delio.
Bilio will once again swing on the guy who's prone.
Gotcha. You also take 3 fire damage.
Yep. Oh, I used the wrong one.
It's
That's the one.
gonna hit either way.
7 damage.
Cool. The barrier takes 3.
Barrier.
The one around you. The ward. The 5/10.
Oh, right.
Because it's not 10, it's a barrier put by Zinnia.
No, just like I forgot that there's the retaliation attack.
Yep. Alrighty, as you see the flames lick over your arms, or at least attempt to. Dara. You're gonna take 3 fire damage.
Yep. Alright. Up there's. So what's the skull icon below
That
me?
is Withering Mark from Rosalie.
Okay, cool. Well,
I also
here we
use
go.
it for Undead Fortitude.
Gotcha. Seeing as also it's the closest enemy to me, I'm going to do the usual javelin stabby.
That's gonna hit.
Oh,
5 damage.
Mediocre damage. And yeah, that'll be my turn.
You are also gonna
So
take some
Williams, how long
retaliating.
is oh shit.
2 fire
Williams, how
damage.
long does Bardic hurt? How long does Bardic Inspiration last again, Williams?
It's like
10
a minute
minutes.
or 10. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Alrighty. That will bring us to a dead guy. Yeetus Kaditas. That brings us to this one, who can get to William, so they're going to go do that.
yay.
They're going to try to punch him in the back of the head with a donkey punch. What's your AC?
13, if I recall.
Bane's not going to help you there. You
Cool.
get donkey punched in the back of the head again.
So you're saying it's interception time for
7
less.
down to 0.
You're welcome.
Brings us to Steve.
Steve goes, there's only one more left.
There's 2.
Put away your bagpipes, Williams. No more.
You
no
hear from
more.
Rosalie. There's 2.
Is there 2? I can only see. Oh, yeah. The guy on the ground. I leave that one to Taleo and Dara. So
It's
I'm going to...
He's currently trying to strangle him.
Yes. So I go, Longbow, please shoot this one to save our dear friend William so I can go strangle him. But he can play his bagpipes while doing it.
No. How about no?
Is it 15 hit?
Yes, it does.
Yes. Huzzah!
That's going to be 22 damage, which is going to kill. Ending Bane.
And I say, I leave the guy up to you guys on the ground. Because I don't want to get next to him. I don't want to catch fire.
Gonna bring us to the guy on the ground who still can't do anything, which brings us to Ifrit, who's still just banging him on the ground, trying to make him stop. Rest is not.
Okay, we're gonna try to stab this guy. It's the only thing I can do against him.
It's gonna be a 23. It's gonna hit.
In the face.
You're gonna take 1 fire damage in retaliation.
Okay.
It is hot, despite being on the ground.
And that's my turn.
Hey, Hustler. Hey, Hustler.
I am muted. There it is.
I just realized this guy can still swing on Taleo and Raz.
Yep.
If the attention span of a squirrel. Continue on.
It's a raccoon.
No, it's an insult to
Oh.
raccoons everywhere.
Of course, I don't have any point blank magics.
No, I mean, if you're
So it's
shooting
just-
point blank, it's prone, so it's disadvantage, but you're next to it. So it's just kind of normal.
Yeah.
That's going to miss.
11 misses. Yeah, thought so. Okay, and then I will back up a bit.
Rosalie is going to keep it up. Dara takes some more, withering mark on the guy on the ground.
Heard.
It's gonna fail. Alrighty, so 7 to Dara, which brings us to Zinnia. Zinnia is just gonna blast it from where she is. At disadvantage, that's 14. That's still gonna hit though. For 5 fire damage, ice damage. Which brings us to Williams. Williams, what you doing?
I don't know. I've been told to play the bagpipes, but I think I'll just continue taunting the last one and dodge.
Gotcha, Taleo.
So Leo will once again strike at that guy. 17.
You take 1 retaliatory fire damage, and you're burning, so 3 more, so 4 total.
3 for my hit points, 1 for my thing.
Yep.
And boop, 15, so
It's
7.
Oh, nice.
So
Steve
that
runs
brings
up.
us to Dara. Dara, you take 3 fire damage.
That I will. And then I will use my action to put the fire out on me.
Gotcha. Zinnia or somebody's gonna put Taleo out before the fire.
Steve
That's
will.
good. So yeah,
Steve's going to do it.
yeah. So we're not gonna take any more fire damage, so I can end combat. There we go.
Once I'm done, my fur is done smoldering and the combat has been ended, I'm going to look to Williams and hold out a big ass cat hand. Give me the bagpipes.
No.
No,
Those are his bagpipes.
my Nana gave them to me on her deathbed. You
Then
can't take them away. They're a family heirloom.
Let me make this very clear. If while we are still down here in this fort, you play them again, I will shred them so bad no amount of mending will ever fix them.
Party pooper. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to do the voice. That potty pooper, yeah.
Tara, can I get an insight from you?
Sure.
I'm pretty sure you were doing like a Scottish thing last time, Williams, by the way.
Yeah, well, gotta try it.
You
Can
can
I
see
use my
Zinnia.
can I use my bardic? I want to use my bardic inspiration on that as well.
Sure.
It's
Sure.
what, a D6 right now, or it's a
Yep,
D4?
D6.
Because I'm gonna lose it
Oh,
otherwise,
It's a
probably.
20 something.
I'm gonna
Zinnia
lose it
is
otherwise.
debating violence towards Williams.
I will intercept Zinnia to distract her.
She hasn't made a move. You can see her tapping on her staff, thinking it through.
Yeah,
You can
but
see her weighing
I-
the options of, do I hurt him for being dumb and make it so we might die? Or do I leave him be and maybe let his stupidity continue on and we might die?
I mean, yeah, it's diffuse Zinnia. I know she and I don't get along the best, but try to diffuse the situation.
I go, well, hey, if he didn't do that stupidity thing by turning into a dwarf, playing the bagpipes, we would have ended up in another room with all these things too, and not have advantage on them whenever we attack.
Speaking of dwarves, can you not be a dwarf right now? Because that seems like a huge problem for these guys.
Is that
As
better?
Williams fills back out his clothes, the belly shrinking down to stop stretching the bottom buttons and the shoulders fitting properly.
That's
Okay.
great.
You know what, Dara? You did a great job today. I'm really thankful for you. And I'll
Deep breath.
heal you for 6.
Takes a deep breath, looks at you. If you ever pull a stupid, dumbass thing like that again, I'm leaving you out for the wolves to eat.
You should have 2
But-
less
Understand this.
spell points, Williams. You cast something that was concentration.
That was a
He
6.
Yeah, which is your full.
He did Bane.
Yeah, which is a spell slot. You should be down 2 more.
Yeah.
Wait, no, I feel like you should
I
have more
don't-
than 6 total spell slots. That doesn't sound right.
Well, we'll figure it out later.
Y'all
I promise
do
I
the
won't
thing.
cast anything.
I'll look into it. You should have at least 1.
I go, hey, buddy, just come over here next to me. Everyone's pretty mad at you.
I don't know why. I thought I'd try to help us by telling the golems to bugger off, but how was I supposed to know they were going to get mad at me?
I mean, he has a point.
No,
That is
I
true.
don't know. Maybe judging by the fact that, let's see, we're in a dwarven area, and these golems don't exactly seem to be friendly to dwarves.
Besides
But they
our
speak.
friendly guardian.
Yeah.
And these things are clearly corrupted. Why do you think they attacked the golem?
I'm a bard, not an artificer. Am I supposed to know how machines are corrupted or not?
Do note,
They're
they
literally-
did not attack Ifrit until Ifrit started beating the fuck out of them. They jumped y'all when y'all came. Ifrit walked through just fine. It was when y'all came around the corner the fight started.
Huh. I did notice that last session.
Let's get a trench coat. Everyone gets on each other's shoulders, and we'll use a disguise kit to make it look like a golem.
Yeah, we can just take their faces and arms and kind of walk that way. Said no
Yeah.
one.
Walk this way.
I know this really great story. It's called Scooby Doo, and they do this kind of stuff constantly.
And does it
It
work?
never goes all the time.
I go, hey,
Well, not
Hessler,
initially, but
you see anything up there?
I mean, I'm taking a look at this mural. You never know what the insights the dwarves put into things.
Oh, let me get off this mural then.
Oh, interesting. The crown over the fist. That's interesting symbology.
You think this is like a royal capital or something?
It could be a clan's main holdings, or
I mean, it seems very large, but then again, I don't know that much about history.
I'd probably give it a personal crest more than a family crest. The one outside's more likely to be the family crest you hear from setting it.
the hammer with the circle. And this is, do you think, is just a subsidiary ace?
There's a nod. Or maybe an order.
Like the knights, do you think it's something that big or just local?
Could be. They might have had their own order of knights at one point. They could have either become the guardians, or they could be outside somewhere. It could also be a book club.
Knights, they do sentinels.
You hear from Rosalie in the back. She's sitting here, roll her eyes.
Yes, Rosalie, it could very well be a book club. Yes.
I haven't seen a library yet.
Well, nobody puts a library on the first floor. It's got to be upstairs.
And that's where we're supposed to be headed, is upstairs. According
Speaking
to...
of which, where is Ifrit?
Right here.
Right where?
Over
Behind
here.
the pillar.
Ifrit is currently walking this way.
Hitler, you might want to order the golem to keep pace with us rather than going off on its own.
No, we can keep pace with the golem. It's not that fast.
Yes, but if it keeps pace with us, we won't run into an ambush again.
There's a little fire guy in there.
Yeah, Ifrit, hold up.
Saying that in Dwarvish?
Yes, definitely.
Ifrit's midway of reaching out for the door. He just kind of stops.
Okay. It doesn't see. What's the thing doing?
So that's the third dwarf you're talking about.
Let me move up.
You can see
bit, so-
this one seems to be working at a weaving wheel. Spinner's wheel.
Remind me what happened last time what we did to piss this thing off.
We put a quill into its hand, and we had it. We were trying to have it scribe, so we're not messing with this one.
Yeah, let's leave this thing alone and not try to fuck with it in any way. These are probably some sort of echoes from the past.
And we can't see what it's working. It's just kind of like miming it, right?
Yeah, it's very obviously what looks like a spinner's wheel.
Okay.
You can see it letting the thread, what would be thread, play over its hand along the wheel as the foot goes and goes and goes.
I'm not getting next to it, Williams.
Dara, are you stuck?
With my token. That's all. Sorry.
Yeah, the party left, and you're just kind of there.
Where are they again?
Top left.
We're running fast for the golem of Ifrit.
Oh, great. And now I'm stuck on Soleo.
What's the marching order? Do we want Hessler to follow first?
I mean, Hessler's the one that is not been taking damage, unlike the rest of you lot.
I haven't been taking that much damage.
Me too.
I haven't been hit
did.
once in this fortress.
Yes, but see.
And yes, Cece, I am saying that. I know what I'm saying.
I am wearing armor. Perhaps I should lead.
Well, I guess we could tell Ifrit to carry on, like a wayward son. Tara.
How would the sun be wayward?
I was just singing a song inside my head while telling you. But, it's okay. I am somewhat of a bard myself. A terrible
You're a
one.
liar.
Yes, we remember it we remember your performance from the bar. It was it was riveting.
No, my performance was just fine. It was our friend. I'm not naming any names, but he needed practice.
Don't blame me for that. Obviously, the scum of that town didn't know what talent was.
I know, right?
Right.
I think we got like 5 copper pieces from that while we are moving along, you know.
Well, that was 5 copper pieces more than we had before.
That is true. I did have Dara cover my bar tab.
Dar, are you pushing past Ifrit? Because Ifrit is still in the way.
I would probably see that glow, right?
Yeah.
That slight glow. I will warn everyone before Ifrit moves forward that we're probably about to go into combat again.
Hey.
Continue on, Ifrit. Do not go up the stairs.
As soon as Dara walks through, you see both of them turn to look at Dara. As we're going back into combat.
Yay!
Not me this time.
Oh, you're the top one, buddy.
Ah!
Why? Oh god! Why is that thing on the combat wheel?
Hmm?
That little dwarf fire
Oh.
dwarf.
Because he was in the middle of it.
Okay, I was worried for a second.
Yeah, he's here to hug Williams to death. Yeah, Williams.
Oh no!
What you doing? And I did check it. You should have 6 spell points, giving you 2 left.
All right.
That was quick.
Um,
Like that.
Let's move forward. Oh, great. I'm stuck on the door. There we go. Actually, I'm gonna go down here, and try to hit this golem with the rapier
Gotcha.
and miss.
It is going to catch the rapier.
And that's it.
Alrighty, that brings us to Hessler.
Try. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. What do I have for actual spells again? Nothing of extreme use. I'm just going to shoot that one beside Dara. Not Dara Williams. My mistake.
Thought it's going to hit. And you were going to
11
dish
points
out
of force.
11 forces. You're doing good, Hessler. You're getting the shots in. You're threading the needle. Cracking, it's cold. Anything else?
No.
Alrighty, that's going to bring us to Ifrit. Ifrit's standing on the stairs where he was told. So he's just kind of there. This guy's going to try to grab Williams by the throat and strangulate him, but that is a crit fail. Bringing us to dearest Steve. Steve. Steve.
Steve, are you on mute?
Steve, stop making out with your bow.
Right.
Get a
I quiver at the thought.
Sorry, my
You're out of this game.
no, my dog, he licked the wound open, so I had to go do some medical stuff real quick.
Alright.
So Steve can't see anything. Yell out to Dara. Where are they at?
2 of them in here in this room. One's kind of close to me.
If I run through the room, am I going to get an attack of opportunity? I guess I really can't answer that one, but you know what? I run up towards Hessler. Bam. And then
Do you have the movement
I
to get
take.
away with it?
What's
Or
that?
it does cost extra movement.
Okay, so I was right here. It'll be 5,
10,
10,
15, 20. 30. Unless you dash in some degree, you would be unable to get there. But you're a rogue, so.
So where would I end my turn? Like right here?
If you're not dashing, you'd still be here.
Yeah, I don't want to block the doorway, so let me dash and go up here.
Okay.
Thank you. And that will end.
Are you sure?
Oh yeah, let me shoot one.
I was
with my
gonna say
longbow.
you're a rogue. You can bonus action dash.
I know, I forgot about that. Let me shoot this one next to my dear friend. With no nothing on it.
Yep.
There was no advantage.
Gonna be a 9, so that's gonna miss. As it catches on the horn, breaks the arrow, and it spirals away.
And that will end my turn.
Taleo, 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 Leo, Leo.
We'll go here. That's 10, 15, 25, 30, 35. He will strike at this guy.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
I'm not gonna bother.
Gotcha.
I'm not gonna bother with the. You know what? Yeah, I am going reckless.
How reckless of you!
I don't have advantage, right? So I got reckless.
That is gonna hit
For 9, so
for 4
down to
damage.
4. Yeah.
And you are going to take some fire damage or retaliation. Or fiery damages.
4.
I'm sure you put your reckless on your token.
Yep. And that's it.
Alright, that is going to bring us to this one, who's going to run over here and try to beat up Taleo. They have advantage, that is a 20. As they manage to grab Taleo's arm and start burning into it. That is going to be 7 fire damage. And Taleo's going to get lit on fire. Alright.
How much damage did you say?
7 fire damage.
Alright, 7. And now I'm on fire.
That is going to bring us to Rosalie, who is going to get a table there, so they kind of have to go around it. It's on the table. So that's 5, 15, 20, 25, 30. They're gonna go here. And they're kind of limited who they can see. So unfortunately, when they throw down the blessing, it's going to be Razdar and Steve.
Yay!
Because they can't get where they want to be. They also aren't in the room to pull magic, so they're kind of stuck there. Rats!
We're to go 5, 10, 15, 20. I can't really do anything here. How much movement is to get through Dara?
10.
10? Okay, I have 10 more feet,
But
so...
it'd put you in Dara's square. You would need 15 to get out.
Okay.
You would need a dash.
Yeah, I will dash so I can get right next to Hessler.
Gotcha.
And that's my turn.
Alrighty.
Hello.
Brings us to Zinnia. Zinnia's
Hello.
going to be running this way as they get here, so they have to dash to get up there, take cover. Dara.
All right. God. Well, I'll just take a step, get out of this doorway. And I will stab at this golem, seeing as how I actually do damage to it. I'm going to use one of my precision strikes as a knight to give myself advantage, and stab away.
That is damage. That is a
Oh,
miss.
karma.
As it, like you, it grabs at your blade. So it's holding the blade of William's rapier and your spear in either hand.
And unfortunately, I do not have a bonus action, so that is my turn.
Gotcha. That'll bring us to Williams.
Well, let's try ducking down this way and attacking this one. My rapier.
Gotcha. You have flanking. That's an 18. That's going to hit. 2 fire damage. Or not 2 fire damage. 2 damage is dealt. You are going to take 1 fire damage.
Save me, Daria. Save me.
Hessler.
First things first, Hessler is going to shoot the one that gets its action next.
So the
The one on the right.
Yeah. Gonna hit.
Yep.
Dishing out
8
a
points of
total of
force.
8, which puts it in bloodied.
And in some lovely Dwarvish, Ifrit, go restrain the other golem.
He's gonna jump from the fucking staircase. He's coming down with the people's elbow.
Oh yeah.
It's Gorilla Monsoon.
Steve is like, yes, RKO, please.
As he crit fails, as he bounces this one onto the ground with a grapple. Which means this guy is going to attempt to punch Taleo. Actually, he wants Williams. There's a crit fail again. He's holding weapons. He's very confused as to what's going on. Steve.
Steve, since he is now blessed by thank you, was it
Make
Zinnia
sure you
that
put,
did?
the bless.
Oh,
on the
yeah.
token.
Yeah,
I thought I
about
did.
to remind him.
Bless. I go, thank you. Hey, Mr. Longbow, let's do what we do best, and let's help these folks out. And then he goes after this one.
Gotcha. It's gonna be a 15 that hits. It's gonna be 20 damage, which kills it outright.
They go, yes, you guys got the other one because it's prone, and I do nothing for prone.
Oh, it's gonna bring us to Taleo. Taleo, you're gonna take 4 fire damage.
You saying you don't have like a sword or something, Steve?
I got a rapier, but
He doesn't
I don't want to get
there.
up close.
Okay.
But Taleo, what you doing?
Alright, since this guy's dead, I'm gonna kick its remains away and step over here so I have the +2. So I get that +2.
And you have advantage.
And advantage, so.
It's kind of on the ground. It's face down on the ground with Ifrit on its back.
Oh.
12, 14.
That is
gonna
really
hit.
funny.
It's gonna do 6 damage.
And that's it.
Alrighty, that is going to bring us to this guy who's going to attempt to grab Taleo. He's at disadvantage, so that's a 15, so I think that still hits. Yes, it does. It's going to be 4 fire damage to Taleo.
Alright.
Yeah, that's going to bring us to Rosalie. Rosalie's going to poke her head around the corner. She's going to throw down some healing. And throw down a mark. It is going to save against her, so no mark. But Taleo, you do get some healing.
Nice.
Raz.
Raz, you should go put the fire out into Leo.
Okay, I'm gonna run forward and slap the fire off to Leo.
You see there's another bald patch on his ankle.
Oh, I'm not gonna mention that one.
He's gonna be regrowing hair for the next like 2 months.
Yep, so action, that's off. I'm too afraid to move. Do I have shield on Raz? Please say I do.
Yeah.
It's
I do.
also
Okay.
prone, so it had disadvantage to attack you anyways. I think.
Also gonna get shot for 8 ice damage. As Zinnia pokes her head around the corner, bringing us to Dara.
Cool. Well, it's prone, which means I do have advantage. Which means looks at this thing. Why can't you things leave us alone? And I'm gonna try to drive the spear into this thing.
It's gonna hit.
People's elbow.
For 4 damage.
Damage.
Yeah,
Damage.
I know. That's my turn.
Williams.
All right, let's try this again and smacky smack and
Oh.
miss.
You stab Ifrit's shoulder instead as they're wiggling around trying to get out from under Ifrit. It doesn't bother Ifrit though. So.
Sure, they're fine.
Yeah. Well, oh wait, he's dead. He's
Prone, yeah, you have
grappled.
advantage.
Oh
Even better.
Still,
nope.
you still hit Ifrit.
Still bad. It's better, but still bad.
Anything else?
That's my turn. Nope.
Alrighty, Hetzler.
How restrained is this thing? Is it moving? at all?
Yes, it is. It's not restrained. It's just grappled and prone.
Is there a way for us to get it restrained?
Ifrit would need the grappler ability unless y'all have another way to restrain him. If multiple people grab their arms and hold them down, I guess that would restrain it. But
It's on fire.
yeah, it is on fire. Ifrit would be burning, but Ifrit is also on fire. So.
Yeah. I'm just thinking if there's any way to get a good look at one of these things and maybe deconstruct it while it's alive. Or is it as alive as a construct gets? Fuck it. It's just
Do no
normal since I'm
restraining
point blank.
will not stop it from attacking.
Yeah, I
You'd
figured.
have to incapacitate them.
Which you can't do with a construct unless you turn
I
off,
mean, if
like
you
the off
can,
switch.
If you can completely immobilize it, that would incapacitate it. But don't know if anybody in the party has the stuff to incapacitate it.
I don't think so.
At level 2, no.
I've got a water skin.
That's not gonna help. But Hessler, what you do?
It's just normal if I'm at point blank to shoot it, yeah.
Yeah.
Miss.
That is indeed going to be a miss as you hit Ifrit in the back as well, as Ifrit's going to be pounding this guy's head, not really doing anything, just trying to keep him on the ground. He stops grabbing him, grabs one of the arms, yanks it back, puts him in a arm bar. Steve.
Well, Steve is gonna go up here. Go right here. Oh wait, I can't drop. Or is it an action to drop the bow or put it away?
You can just switch as part of your
Okay.
as a object interactive. So you get one.
All right. So Steve is going to take his mighty rapier and then hit him
It's going to hit.
face with the sneak attack. Huzzah!
It's going to deal 14 damage.
I take.
You are going to take 1 fire damage. Retaliation.
I go, no, guys, that hurt. And then I'm going to disengage. Huzzah!
Gotcha. Do you have enough movement to do that?
I was up here, right?
Yeah, and you would have gone all 30. You don't have enough movement to get out.
Okay.
I mean, you can
That's
bonus action dash away, but it gets attack opportunity. But it is a disadvantage.
Yeah.
Bonus action dodge.
That's not something he has. That's monk. Yeah.
I got the
Rogues get hide, dash,
disengage, and hide.
Yeah, it's step of the
Yeah.
I will attempt to hide from it.
Yeah, you're out in the open. You can't.
Ah.
Good luck on Steve.
Alright, I'll just be right here then.
Gotcha. It's going to bring us to Taleo. Try not to skip his turn. Taleo, you're on fire? No, you got put out.
Nope, I put about.
Okay, so I'm going to swing my sword once more.
Your diamond sword.
No, it's just iron. Or
It's not even steel? I hope it's steel.
Damn.
It's aluminum.
Aluminium.
It's vibranium.
It's going to deal a total of 5 damage.
Yep.
So you take retaliatory 2 fire damage.
Yep.
Which brings this guy, he's still trying to go for those ankles. That's a 9, he misses. Rosalie's over here, they're going to peek back around. That is going to be 6 to Taleo as they lean around the corner. Throwing down the withering mark. They're going to fail. That's going to bring us to Reyes.
Eat my knife.
Get it in the neck.
Very nice.
And
I
do
love it
3
when you talk
damage
dirty.
as Raz gets the kill. And this combat is in.
Yes.
Nice. Good job, Raz.
I go, way to go, Raz.
Raz is going to take some fire damage.
Oh no.
That's going to be a total of 2 fire damage.
Okay.
Don't worry, Raz. I took fire damage this time too.
That's fine.
I'm gonna go over here.
Distinctly.
Taleo looks a little hurt, so now that we're out of combat, I'll go over to Taleo. Taleo, you will regain 6 HP as I give points of lay on hands.
Since we're out of combat, I'll give a new command to Ifrit. Ifrit, block the stairs.
They just shrug. They're going to go sit on the stairs.
Bless would come off.
Yes.
Correct. Okay, got it. I go, wow. You didn't pull them all out of that one area there, Williams. I'm pretty shocked there.
I had nothing to do with that.
I mean, they all
You
came
had
out of
everything
the.
to do with that.
Surprised there was some left down here.
Well, I'd play my bagpipes again to get the rest, but you know.
Yeah,
No.
not in this room.
Looks at Williams and so they're trying to pull out the bagpipes, and if they pull out the bagpipes, I will rip it out of their hand.
Not in this room, buddy.
Not in any of these rooms.
Maybe at the next tavern we go to.
Philistines.
Hey, what is this thing in the corner over here? Going up these stairs.
Statue.
What's
Give me a
it?
second.
What's it look like?
What are you looking at?
The
statue.
statue.
Oh, it is a large dwarven knight. It looks like the details have somewhat weathered away, as you can't see much of a face. You see a big, full beard, classical dwarven armor style, and they have an axe in front of them.
Oh, okay.
Is stone or metal?
Stone.
Okay. Well, we might as well continue up.
Essler, as you step up, Ifrit steps in your way.
Yep, I know. Figured that much. That's the plan. The problem is we keep running headlong into the rooms without thinking. No forethought.
Can we
Lying.
tell him?
In
To-
my defense, we did just destroy a bunch of golems, so I figured we probably had killed most of them.
We're in a archaeological dig, usually full of horrible, horrific things. So the smart thing to do is move in groups together. So if someone gets in trouble, the door doesn't close behind them, locking them and getting them horribly murdered.
Or locked in a closet like Dara did.
Rosalie and Zinni are going to step through the door.
Oh,
Please close the door behind you.
so maybe, Hesler, it would be a good idea to order the golem to keep pace with us, so that it does not go on ahead and leave us behind.
This room wasn't on the golem.
I mean, it immediately went into the stairs.
Because I told it to.
Yes, and I did mention that I saw the glow before we entered.
The golems don't care for Ifrit. They care about living, breathing bodies. At least living.
I look at Hessler. Are you living or undead? I can't remember.
Actually, I don't think Hessler's ever. I think he told to Leo. I don't know if anyone told anyone he's a damn fear.
Taleo is the only one that with a good amount of information.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Wait,
Gotcha.
Taleo Voln, do you think they would not attack you then?
Not a gamble I'm thinking of trying, because it would be stupid. I'm not a martyr to go burn myself at the stake. What
If
I'm
I had to
saying,
guess, they probably work off heat. You hear from Zinnia in the back.
you think just anything below a certain temperature?
Probably. Or at least they know how to recognize one of their own.
Probably.
They don't exactly have
Or they-
physical eyes, as far as I've seen.
But
In some sort of sense.
hold on, the golem it is actively blocking you from rising up the stairs. Yes.
Because I told it to.
Well, you said it in dwarven, so I have no idea what order you gave it.
Yep.
But
I mean,
did you
it's
say
not
just
hard
to
to
wait
tell as it's body blocking the stairs.
So let's have it go a few paces into the next room, and then we kind of peek inside.
The golem isn't the one that rushed into this room.
That is correct.
What I'm saying is, we'll let the golem go to the rooms and get to the end of it and wait for us to carry on. But two of us at least need to enter a room together. We cannot go rushing into rooms again, or we're going to have the same situation as we did earlier.
Yes, and do not block doorways.
Yeah.
That is a choke point.
To
That's
be
not the
fair,
hard problem.
above table, I rolled absolute garbage on my initiative, and apparently I was muted, but I was going to ask CC to re-roll that with my hero point, but we were remote with my MVP, but it turned out all right.
Yeah.
So
Steve
MVP
brought out his
saved.
rapier.
Not
MVP
the point.
saved.
Well, let's carry on and see what the next room has in store for us.
Hessler, would you like to test out that theory of yours, though? That maybe you might be invisible to them as
I
well.
doubt that.
I mean, you could just ask the golem.
I mean, Ifrit recognizes me, so
Well, yes, when you speak, but it could just not. It could just maybe it doesn't see you. You could just ask. Seems like a yes or no question to me.
Ifrit, could you not if you see me?
It nods.
Okay, so there we go.
There's a
And
question.
curiosity stated. Let us continue.
Okay.
As you can see it tracking Hessler, just like ready to block him as he tries to get around the round Ifrit.
So I guess there's something
Hessler
up
is
there.
not trying to get around Ifrit.
He's just sitting there ready, kind of arms out, ready to grab you if you try.
Yeah.
Considering how
Well,
close
see,
you are.
Hessler is not facing him, so
Everybody else can see him. He's just looming over Hessler.
Ifrit, we can continue on, but when you come to a door, wait for us to be prepared to move through it before going through yourself.
Ifrit immediately turns around and walks off.
Okay, up the stairs.
Climbing the stairs.
So, what order are y'all coming up the stairs? I want the first two people.
Hessler,
I think Talio would follow behind.
I'll
Gotcha.
take middle.
Gotcha.
Steve will be behind whoever who's going after. Taleo's going after Hessler, or Dara is.
Because we have Hessler, Taleo, who's after Taleo.
Then Dara.
And then I'll go after Dara.
Okay, and then Raz, are you going behind the twins or in front of them?
I'll go in front of the twins.
Gotcha. As Hassler, you start coming up and you immediately see a problem. Steve,
God damn it.
get the fuck out of there. Steve, where are you in the line?
Oh, I'm right behind Dara. Wherever Dara is.
Williams is
So
behind
he's
Dara.
so he's fourth then.
No, Williams is behind Raz.
Oh, I just missed that entirely.
Oh, God damn it.
Alrighty.
Who's on first?
So, Hessler, you and Taleo are
Yeah,
coming
no.
up as you immediately see a problem, Hessler, because you're the only one that can see this at the moment, as we're going into combat.
Okay.
Level 5, here we come.
We're not even level 3 yet.
I know.
But, Hessler, the problem for you is you see Efert walk up, take a corner, and keep going. As
There's
these
no
things turn to look
door.
at you.
Hesler, did you tell to stop at the first door it would stop at, or
I said door.
yes, there's a good chance that has fucked us.
But the
We'll
first
see.
one to react is going to be this one, who just turns and looks, sees Hessler. There's a second of, oh, there's a person. And then he attempts to punch Hessler in the face. That's a 22. Hessler gets punched in the
That
face by a
hits.
fire fist.
Oh no,
Yep.
no. Hessler.
That's going to be 8 fire damage, and Hessler's on fire. As Hessler has failed his no-hit run for this combat.
I'm wondering if maybe we should just
Oh shit, get hit.
yeah. But I'm wondering if we should just Dark Souls run past all these guys to try to get to the exit. I'm sick of these guys.
That is going to bring us all the way down to this one over here. As the rest of the party's kind of stuck, not knowing what's going on at first. Brings us to this one, who's starting up this way. Coming after Hessler. That's going to be a 13. That hits.
That hits.
7 more fire damage. The fire
Gotcha.
gets worse. Brings us to this one, who's standing up. They're going to attack. They've got the thing in the way, so there's a little bit of cover, but Hessler's high enough it doesn't matter. That's a 17. Another 8 fire damage. And that brings us to Taleo. You are currently down below and don't have a good strike at any of them, so you'll be at disadvantage from where you are if you choose to attack from there.
Right.
What's up, buddy?
Talia will call down the stairs to let the people know what's going on up here, and he's going to rage. Cause fuck it. Let me just turn that on.
Do remember they do fire damage.
I know. This is mainly for damage.
Gotcha.
And he is going to attack with his sword at. Actually, he's going to step here, up here. Actually, if I do that, I'll opportunity to attack when I move back. Fuck it. So I'm going to step up here, strike at the one, and I can't squeeze into here, can I?
You'd be able to.
Oh, okay, good. I'm just going to walk over here.
You take an attack opportunity.
From who?
The one off to the
The one
left.
around the corner.
Oh, isn't there a wall right there?
No, it was a half wall. It was just you were down the stairs. When you were in Hessler's square, they could see it.
Okay, well it does not have advantage right now. I haven't done my reckless attack yet.
But that's still a 20, so 4 fire damage, and you were on fire.
God damn it. Fine. But I am going to swing recklessly at the guy in front of Hessler.
Gotcha.
22.
That's going to be 22. Dealing
5 damage.
5 damage. And you are going to take some retaliatory fire damage.
Yep.
As that's going to be 1 fire damage. Anything else?
That is it.
This one's going to run up on Taleo.
Mm-hmm.
Attempt to punch him. That's a 23. You're going to take 5 fire damage. And your burns are going to get worse.
Yeah.
Which then brings Zinnia, who's trapped in the back, can't do anything. Which brings us to Hessler.
Surely. Well, first off,
Enter that form of dread. Give you tempt. Your frightening won't help you, but your tempt definitely will.
oh yeah.
Also, you take
That's
4
all
fire
like
damage
that.
at the start.
Come on. There we go. It is not good.
These things are immune to fear, right?
They're constructs,
Yes.
probably.
I did that for the temp.
Okay. No, I was just asking because I was thinking about doing my roar, but then I remember, wait, no, these things made me afraid.
Hate only having 2 cantrips. Such a pain in the ass. While I'm thinking of what the hell I'm doing, Hessa will call out for E3 to summon back to the room and give assistance.
Roll me a luck.
That's just a D100, yeah?
Yeah. Call high or low.
Hi.
He does
I'll take
manage to
that.
hear, lucky for you. So I need to put him on the initiative. Alrighty. Anything else from Hessler?
Fuck it, I'm just going to put out to Leo.
Thank you.
Oh, how tall is the ceiling?
About 10 feet.
If I get up there, they can't hit me, can they?
They can definitely hit you. Because if you're standing in the 5 feet above, your head's about 5 feet down. So you'd still be in melee.
I mean, if I go flat against the ceiling.
Go full
They'd be
gecko.
able to jump to get you, most likely, but
I feel like that would be. I feel like that would be a disadvantage attack if they're
really.
jumping, trying to paw at him.
not really.
I mean, it gets me out of the way. So, yes, Hessler will climb the wall like a gecko.
Gotcha.
That's 2 attacks of opportunity, I'm guessing.
You don't leave their threat range. Because you're just
Oh, okay.
up there.
Well, yeah. If you don't just make me small, that way I'm out of the way for whoever comes up the stairs.
Small Hessler.
Okay, that's my turn.
Alrighty. What'd you do with your action?
I'll put myself... no, I put out to Leo.
Oh, right. Cool. I have the henchman as squirrel. That is going to bring us to this one, who's going to try to beat up on Taleo since Squirrel Boy ran away. It's going to be a 22 up to a 24 for 5 fire damage. Taleo's back on fire.
Yay.
That'll bring us to Raz. Raz, you actually have an idea of what's going on. You have Steve and Dara in front of you. So I don't know how well you'll be able to get up past. What's your movement?
Let me check. My movement is 30 feet.
20. You'd be able to get right in front of Dara, but you wouldn't be able to get up there without a dash.
If I can get up there, I'm gonna get up there because I want to do something.
Alrighty. So Dara's right there. Steve's right there. So you're right here. 10, 20, 30. So you are here. With your
Hessler
full movements. Hessler's up above. You still really can't see what's going on down south, but you can see the one just up in front of Hessler. Hessler's on the ceiling.
Okay. I'm not blessed. I don't know why that's still on my token.
Because when you had it when I copied you.
Okay, so I'll just turn it off. Just like, no. We're good. Ooh, no, that'll hurt. That'll hurt Taleo. I cannot hurt Taleo right now.
Taleo has total
We're
cover
gonna-
from you currently.
Is what?
Taleo has total cover from you right now, because remember, you're still down the stairs a little
Okay, so I can't see these golems right now.
You can see the one specifically to your right.
Okay, then we're gonna witch bolt that one.
It has a little bit of cover. You're about to stop, so it'd be half cover.
Okay, we're still gonna try.
It's gonna hit.
Ignore the bless. Also 9 lightning.
Doesn't it do extra something or other? You can use your action to keep doing damage. That's what it was. Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
And I gotta get that book.
Yep, round 1. No, round 2.
Yeah, round 2. Okay, that is gonna be my turn.
Well, will bring us to Williams. Williams, you have a space in front of you, but you have Steve, Dara, and Raz up ahead of you.
What's going on up there? Let's move. I'm tired of being back here.
We're
I think
trying.
Raz farted in my face.
I did not.
You would
I'm
need
too
to
short for that.
dash to get past Steve and Dara.
I'm in no rush.
All right,
I'll
so
just move up ahead and
all right,
give a little shove to Raz to move up.
Raz is way up ahead. Raz ran past Steve and Dara.
Oh, okay, well.
You
I'll
currently
move
are
up
able
as far
to
as I can.
step up behind Steve.
All right, I'll step up behind Steve and whisper in his ear. You got it, buddy.
You hear the distinct sound of bagpipes playing somewhere in the distance, Steve.
Oh, God.
It's like a war. It's like a flashback.
But that will bring us to Rosalie, who's going to prep, which brings us to Steve. Steve, you have Dara and Raz in front of you. So at least 20 feet of movement to get up.
Alright, so
25.
let me just move to 25 then. I can't see anything, so
Yeah, because
you're
you're
gonna...
not technically on the map.
Yeah. There I am.
There you go, 25.
And Steve is gonna do what Steve does best and stab at this guy.
You're just going to stop there to block?
Well, I guess I could take a bonus action to... I would get 3 attacks of opportunity if I
could
did that.
Disengage bonus and then main action dash.
Yeah.
If you want to get
I'll
through
just
onto
do
the other
that.
side of Taleo.
Yeah.
So you get an additional 30 feet, so you have 35 feet of movement. To get through Taleo will be 10. So you have 25 to go anywhere past Taleo. That would be 5, 10. You can continue to move if you want. You have 15 feet left. 10.
15.
5.
And I will go over here behind this desk.
Gotcha.
And then I look at this weird guy and try to see what he's doing while I'm running past.
He is currently looking like he's waving his hands kind of in a weird pattern in the air. It's real weird.
Is it like help me or stop?
It's paying
Do
no
I-
attention to you at all.
No. Do I notice if it's like don't burn me alive?
No, it's
sort of
paying no
thing?
attention to you at all.
Okay, gotcha.
All right, that will
All
bring
right.
us to this guy who is gonna try to punch Taleo. Won't be a 19. 5 fire damage to Taleo. Which brings us to Dara. Dara, you are right behind Raz. 15 feet to get past Raz.
Okay. I guess I'll move those 15 feet. That'll leave me with 15 feet left.
Put you right here.
Oh, and there's a whole bunch of people. I can't move through Taleo then, correct?
You have just enough to get 1 square outside of Taleo.
Okay. I would like to do that.
Are you disengaging first or just walking?
I am just walking.
So that's 2 attacks of opportunity.
Yes, I am aware.
That is an 11 and an 8. Both of them miss.
Nice.
Okay. Well, Taleo is pretty hurt. He's got. Crap, Taleo. Yeah, you don't wear armor, correct?
I don't think he
No.
does.
Because it's
No.
either I pump lay on hands into you, or I put you, or I take the fire off. I think it's more cost effective to use my action to put the fire out on him,
Gotcha.
which I will do.
Isn't the lay on
And
hands thing a bonus action?
no, unfortunately.
I think one
And
specific class or race might have a bonus action version of it. I just don't remember who it is. Might be
possibly,
ASMRs.
possibly, but that'll be my turn then.
Alrighty, that is going to bring us to this Guardian, who's just going to walk away. Because Raz can't get a good shot at him, because they're shorter than Talea was. And they're going to come over here. Hessler, though, you do get an attack of opportunity if you want it.
Seeing that he needs both hands to hold onto the wall, no, he cannot.
Oh, right. Yeah. So it's going to come over here and try to bad touch Steve. It's going to crit
Touch
Steve
Steve!
as it
It's
gets
gonna
him by
what?
the throat.
Oh.
That's going to be 10
Ah,
fire damage
no.
as it's strangling Steve in the background. Steve's now also on fire. But that brings us to Ifrit. Ifrit's rushing down the stairs as best he can. He gets about, with his dash, he gets about here.
Well, at least now we know where the hell he went.
Yeah.
Which brings us to Talea.
All right. Leo will.
Please try not to die, Talea.
I got 5 hit points left, so that retaliatory damage might just knock me out. That's the issue. I don't have anything else I can use to. No. Well, fuck it. Taleo will strike at the one in front of him, the one that's bothering Hessler.
Gotcha.
Recklessly, of course.
Yep. That's going to miss.
Damn it.
Hey, no retaliatory damage.
Yeah, it doesn't have a reaction, so.
I mean, the retaliatory damage isn't a reaction.
Oh, hell it was. But
No, it's
that's
just
all I can do.
really hot and made of fire, so touching it's a bad idea.
I mean, I'm swinging a sword at it.
Yeah, and you swing, your hands get close enough. When it sparks off from doing damage, it hits your hands.
Alright.
It's like attacking a fire elemental.
But that's all I can do.
Alrighty, this one over here is gonna turn and try to punch Dara. That's a crit fail.
Okay.
How many crit fails have I rolled against Williams and Dara now? That's 3 or 4 now?
I'm not complaining about it.
Yeah,
Brings us to
I'm not.
Zinnia, who's holding their turn. Hessler. Hessler, Bob Hessler, what are you going to do? On the ceiling, you freaking bug.
Put himself out for one.
Fair, you do take 4 fire damage starting your turn.
Okay. Knocks that to there. And since I use the action, I can't disengage.
Correct.
I choose to do nothing.
Gotcha.
We'll stay there for a bit longer.
Alrighty, that's going to bring us to this guy who's going to turn and try to punch Taleo. That is going to be a crit due to the advantage.
I'm gonna. Oh no, I can't. I don't have any more spell points.
Nope. And the defenders are. Oh, Dara can try to help. That goes from 10 to 4, so I think Taleo is still standing.
Barely.
Yeah.
Hey, that might give you enough time for Rosalie and Zinnia to get up here.
And there's a reason why I took the interception fighting style.
Yeah, it's a great fighting style. Alrighty, so we get the good sling on Taleo. Dara trying to protect him. Brings us to Raz. Raz, what are you going to do?
I'm gonna use my action to ignite the witch bolt again, so I deal another 1d12.
Yep.
Very nice.
11 points of lightning damage, bitch.
Nice.
My little lasso gets a electric surge. And I'm gonna stay where I am.
Gotcha. Williams, you are currently 10 feet behind Raz.
All right, well, let's move up 10 feet.
Gotcha.
Oh, some buddies of ours. All right, great. Awesome. Excuse me, pardon me.
So that's 20, 25.
Seeing Williams appear on the top of the stairs, I'll just yell over them, Williams, heal to Leo.
Oh, all right. For 7.
7 HP back to the boyo, and I think that's the last of Williams' magic.
Yes, it is.
Better start singing us a song.
And that's a bonus action, right?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. For my action, I'm going to disengage and
You only have 5 feet left, so you wouldn't have enough feet to go. Oh, you can go over there, but you have to jump. So acrobatics. You're fine. If you fail, there's a chance you fall down the stairs, taking out the girls as they're coming up.
and all
That
it
would
is
be
the
really
sound of the
fucking funny.
the sounds of the bagpipes going. All right, that's my turn.
Alrighty. That automatically triggers the girls who are waiting for Williams to get his butt out of the way. As Rosalie and Zinnia are going to come running up. Zinnia is going to go 1, 2, 20, 25. They're going to take the dash. 35. They're going to come over here. Zinnia gets over there with their dash. Rosalie, on the other hand, is going to come up here. They have to go 5, 10, 15, 25, 30. They have exactly what they need to get up past Raz. As they are immediately going to throw down a healing ward on Taleo. And their action will then be a Blessing of the Dawn to throw down on Taleo. They can't see Steve because they're behind cover. So they're going to put it on Williams and Dara.
Heard.
Was that 7 for me, by the way? I don't remember.
8 for you. You can see her roll.
Yes.
Williams.
Oh,
7,
7
yes.
and then the 8 for... Yeah, both of them go to you for 15.
Okay.
Unfortunately, now Rosalie's a little bit closer to the front than she wants to be, but that's what happens. But that actually then brings us to Rosalie's actual turn. She is going to disengage and dash this way. Getting all the way over there. Using her bonus action to throw down more magic. 5 more for Taleo.
Nice.
Steve.
Steve is going to bonus action disengage.
You take 4 fire damage before you do.
Yep, I was going to say that, but I forgot. Thank you for keeping me honest. And he's going to, kind of come over here next to Rosalie and kind of protect her a little bit.
Try
And he's going to then whip out his longbow and be like, "Hey, guy, Mr. Bow, Mrs. Bow, whatever you are, let's just shoot this guy in the face."
Mr. and Mrs. Bow.
gonna hit.
Nice.
It's going to be a total of 5 damage.
And that is all I got.
This one's getting annoyed about getting electrocuted, so they're going over here to punch Raz. That's a 23.
Okay. Yeah.
8 fire damage.
No,
Okay.
no.
Raz is now on fire.
And I need to make a concentration save.
Correct.
Do you have Warcaster?
Doesn't matter.
Nope.
as it punches the lightning at you.
I tried, Raz. I tried. I tried to get it down.
That
All
will
right,
then
let me.
bring us to Dara.
Okay. Well, I don't like them going after Raz. So I guess I will probably have to eat one attack of opportunity as I will start moving away from the one in between Williams and Taleo.
Hey, it's gonna try to punch you. That's 22. It's gonna get it. 4 fire damage.
Heard. 1, 2, 3, 4. And
Woo! Come back here.
Oh, I haven't.
I accidentally deleted you.
And I have 5 fire damage.
No, I was trying to fix it.
Oh.
You take 4 fire damage.
But anyways, now that I'm behind that one, I'm going to head out Raz, and I will attempt to stab this one that's attacking them. So just roll 2, so for 7 damage.
It is still standing. You are going to take some fire damage.
That's unfortunate.
You're going to take 2 fire damage.
2 more fire damage, heard. And that's my turn then.
And it looks like your bless is off, friends.
Oh, where are?
Alrighty, that's bringing us to this one who doesn't want the creepy dude in the mask to get away, so he's going to come over here, put his hands above his head, and try to smash him into the ground, which it's going to do. For a total of 9 damage, but Rosalie will have none of it and tell it, the gods say no, fuck you.
Nice. I like it.
Actually, the magic says no. As a shining shield appears in front of you and takes the damage.
I go, what is this? I've never had this happen to me before.
It's just my shield.
Ah, I like it. I like it a lot.
You also
Thank you.
hear a crash in the background.
Uh-oh.
As Ifrit comes flying out the door and linebacker tackles one of the golems, taking them both to the ground.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah, Ifrit's currently got that one on the ground. He's
Acting
also
like a
over here
fool.
now. Because he literally got him by the waist, picked him up, and then slammed him on the ground. So Ifrit is currently on the ground as well, though. So. It's going to bring us to Taleo. Taleo, there's one on the ground next to you now.
Well, Taleo will strike at the one he has advantage on, so he doesn't have to use his reckless.
Gotcha. That's going to miss.
Oh, what the fuck? Alright, well, there's nothing else I can do about that.
As unfortunately, just as you're swinging down, the guardian underneath Ifrit shifts, shoving Ifrit up into your sword. You just merely manage to slow the weight of your blade, so it just kind of clanks off of Ifrit's stone armor. Anything else from Taleo?
That's all I can...
I mean, you can move if you want, but I don't think you are. Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't gonna move.
Alrighty, take off your purple heart. That brings us to this guy who's going to try to punch Zinnia. He's going to miss because Ifrit grabs his arm. Brings us to Zinnia. Zinnia is then going to throw down a spell. I still haven't made a thing for you. I'll do it eventually. Somebody remind me after session or before session at some point.
Spell.
I'll try.
As this gets thrown down right here. And Zinnia is going to remain where they are. Hessler. If you're speaking, I don't
Hessler's.
hear.
Yeah, no, I just fixed that. Hessler's going to move to there.
Disengaging?
Yep.
Okay.
and drop to the ground, and then move all the way so he's that door.
Gotcha.
Dara is mildly confused seeing Kessler like walking along the wall. Like,
I don't even think they're walking along the wall. They're just Spider-Man, all four crawling like an evil spider demon.
Yep.
still plot.
Just be happy his head's not facing the wrong way.
Had a character did
so
that before.
that's-
Anything else from Hessler?
And nope, but he is standing on the ground.
Oh, so he's dropping back down. Coolio. That brings us to
Yep.
this guy who needs to make a strength save. He fails as Xenia jumps over him as he gets yanked over here. He is then still able to punch Xenia. He is going to hit her. She, however, is going to throw up her own ward. Try to keep herself safe, so she's 13 on that. Which brings us to Raz.
I'm gonna try to shove my knife into this guy's thigh.
Also, you take 3 fire damage since you're on fire.
Okay. That's
That's
gonna miss.
unfortunately going to miss, since that is an 11.
Alright.
with a +2.
That a 9. They don't have advantage, so it's the 9 plus 2.
Oh, gotcha.
Anything else
That's
from
gonna be my turn.
Williams.
All right, Williams is going to get caught on the wall, move down here, and say, "Don't you hit Zany? She's not for you to hit on." Hey,
Oh, with the
That
Wow.
deserves
crit.
the crit.
The dice gods heard you, apparently.
It's going to be 6 down to 3.
That was max damage.
Yay. No, it wasn't.
not even close to max damage. Yeah, but that's done.
Alrighty. Rosalie is in the back over there. They are going to throw some healing, or they can't see Raz to do it. So they're going to throw it towards Taleo. Throwing out a withering mark. At the one here next to Steve. No, they want to go for... Yeah, the one next to Steve. It's going to fail. Which this guy's not even... He's just there. Steve!
Steve's gonna swap out.
Also, you take 4 fire
His-
damage.
Oh yeah, that's right. 1, 2, 3, 4. What am I at? Oh, yep. Steve is now a little bloodied. Where's the little bloody thing?
Oh, I forgot to put that on my token. I'm also bloodied.
What's the name of the little thing?
Wounded.
Wounded, yeah.
Wounded. All right, gotcha. Bam. Steve goes, "Ah, fucking hate fire. Ugh, get me out of this shit." So then Steve is definitely gonna try to swing at this guy with his rapier and be like, "This better hit." That it does not.
That does hit.
Oh, it does even better.
Dealing 6 damage.
Get bent, nerd.
You are also going to take some retaliatory fire damage.
Yeah, I know. And then
2 fire damage.
I don't want to move away from Rosalie, so I will protect my goddess over here of the red hair.
This one still wants to just murder Raz. That's a 20 to hit. Dishing
Yeah.
out 6 fire damage.
Oof. And unfortunately, I am not within 5 feet of Raz.
Nope, that does bring us to Dara. Dara, you take 4 fire damage.
Yep. 1 second. Well, since currently I have the flanking with Raz, we will do the thing.
It's going to hit.
Cool, doesn't matter, I have a +2. For God's damn it. 3 damage.
3 damage is enough.
Oh.
As it goes crashing
Nice.
to the ground. And it's
that's the
just in
thing.
front of the stairs, so it doesn't tumble down after Raz.
Perfect. However, just in case I am going oh god, so now there's too much there's 2 of my tokens again.
Just refresh.
I heard. But yeah, I'm just gonna move to there. Hopefully that looks good on your end, and I'll pass my turn.
Well, brings us to this one. Who wants to murder Steve? That is going to be a 17 as they gut punch Steve as he's getting in the way. It would be 6 fire damage, but due to the withering mark, it goes down to 3.
Very nice.
I go, oh, Jesus, I hate fire. That's why I'm a ranged person.
Oh, that's
And
it for
steely
him.
stuff.
That brings us to Ifrit. Ifrit has this guy by the horns and is driving his face into the ground. As Ifrit is going to get himself back on his feet. As he is staying in control of that one down there to Leo.
Let's try this again. I'm going to swing at the guy who's on the ground.
That's going to hit.
18. There we go.
Hey, Talia, were you supposed to remove your purple heart?
Yeah.
9. Yeah.
9 damage. Anything else from Toledo?
No, that's it.
That's going to bring us to this guy who's on the ground, who's going to try to punch at a... Actually, he has to make a strength save first.
Oh yeah, because
As he gets yanked towards that, but it isn't actually going unless it's next to it. He's going to try to grab Xenia. He manages to hit her.
Oh, no.
But Ifrit stops the crit. As that turns into 8, which hits the barrier. So no damage to Xenia herself, but that goes down from 13 to...
Alright, so there's no need for me to use my interception then.
8, 13, 5 left, yeah. So it doesn't even get through Xenia's barrier. Xenia herself is going to attempt to recharge. She is going to get her barrier back, along with her other abilities, as she is going to take the action to disengage and rush off this way to cover her sister, clearing up y'all to fight as y'all want, which brings us to Hessler.
Yeah. I need to keep that thing in check. Frick, which one was I shooting at again? I was shooting at the one with the skull on it. That's what.
Oh, that is going to nail it as you hit the core again.
Yep.
14
14
damage,
points of force.
which is going to bloody it. As it stumbles back with the force of the blow. Do you say anything about Raz? Because nobody else can see Raz.
Yeah, I can partially see
Did
that.
Raz go down?
They're burning and looking very bad.
Oh.
Talia will call out and mention about Raz because I
Toledo
can
can't
think I
see
can
him
see.
either. Because
Really?
it doesn't account for them being down the stairs.
Shit. Yes, I will say something about Raz.
What will you say?
I think Raz is going to fall to the smoke fumes coming off of him.
Gotcha. That will then bring us to this one, who's kind of stuck next to this. But he has a Williams to punch, so he's going to punch Williams. But that's a 9, so it misses. Raz, you're going to take 3 damage, which I think brings you down, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. And am I on the stairs?
Yes, as Raz starts falling down the stairs. That's
No!
a very best day
Lovely.
for Raz.
I think I half used Raz's token, so I probably did actually start seeing that going.
Dara, you'd hear it, but you wouldn't be able to see it, because Raz's ass is short.
I am very short. I'm a Kender.
Yeah,
Wait, did you say I failed a...
Yeah, it's a failed death save from Raz, unfortunately. As you fall down the stairs. As Williams, that brings us to you.
All right. I will take the disengage action and pop down the stairwell.
What?
Disadvantage acrobatics.
Disadvantage acrobatics. I'm going to use a point and give myself advantage to negate it.
Oh,
You managed to land it, however, you still drop a good distance, so you're going to take some damage. Only one.
You're also
I'll
like
take it.
out of spell points there, bud. So
Yeah, but I can still use a action to try to stabilize him.
fair.
All right. So, do I have enough movement to get to?
Yeah, they're just at the
to Ath?
bottom of the stairs. So you'd be
All right.
right
Well.
there.
All right. So then I will use my. Oh, I got I use my action to disengage. All right. How many points is it
I
to?
should also point out, Raz is still on fire. At the start of each of their turn, they will fail a death save and immediately start dying if you
Yeah,
stay
I
on
gotta ask
Um,
about that.
meaning put out the fire.
All right. Well, let's put out the fire.
Okay. They are not automatically going to die. Anything else from Williams?
No, not Raz! Lords, take me instead!
Rosalie can hear what's going on, so they're running. Taking a dash action, going all the way around, getting behind Williams. Because they are going to throw down with their bonus action some healing magic on the Raz.
Oh, thank you.
razzle dazzle.
Raz is on the ground, but awake.
Okay.
And not on fire.
Correct. Which brings us to Steve.
Steve is going to do what Steve does: is take 4 points of damage
Yep.
from the fire. Steve is reeling right now. He's like, "Oh, I'm missing some hair, guys. I feel like Taleo now." And then he's going to stab at the guy in front of him.
Gotcha. That's going to hit. So you are going to take a retaliatory 2 fire damage.
And then I'm
you're
going
dish
to-
out- You don't have sneak attack right now, so just 7 down to 3.
Oh, yep. And then I'm going to disengage
Mm-hmm.
and move up here.
Gotcha. That brings us to this guy who's dead, which brings us to Dara.
Alright, well, there's a prone golem right there. So that means I'm going to try to hurt it. Hold on, gonna mute myself for a second, I got a train coming.
Choo choo! So it's going to hit.
I should have moved over there.
Piercing.
My bad.
Anything else from Dara? Also, you take 4 fire damage.
Oh yeah, thank you for reminding me. And no, I'll stay right there.
Gotcha. That's going to bring us to this guy who tries to dive after Steve. They're going to fail and get dragged over here. They can't do anything because they're kind of stuck. Ifrit still has this guy under control. Taleo.
So swing once more upon this guy's head. Let the sword fall. There we go.
Hit.
For 12 damage.
12 whole damages. That's going to do some good damage.
That's it for me.
Alrighty. That brings us to this one, who's trying to kick at Ifrit, but it doesn't really do anything, so they're going to try to kick Taleo in the shin. That's going to hit. 4 fire damage, and Taleo's on fire again. Which brings us to Zinnia. Zinnia's going to rush this way and put out Steve.
Thank you, Xenia.
Brings us to Hessler.
Oops. Of course, that time I had unmuted beforehand. I'm just going to Eldritch Blast.
Which one are you heading for? The one to the south?
The damaged one.
Gotcha. That's going to hit.
Yeah, the
13 as you
nice.
majorly crack, taking one of the horns off.
Cool. Yeah, I can't do much else.
Will bring us to this one, who is going to try to break free. Nope. They're kind of stuck and they don't have a Williams to beat up on. Raz, that brings us to you.
Okay, I'm going to get up from being prone and start crawling my way back up.
You currently have Williams and Rosalie.
Okay, I can't see my tokens, so I'm trying to figure out where I am
You're
exactly.
effectively right here.
Okay, I see. Yeah, Ren. Nope, that's the wrong character. Raz is going to get up from being prone. And she's just gonna take a moment. She's just gonna take her full action to catch her breath.
Okay, so she's still down on the floor below.
Yeah, effectively taking the dodge action after getting up.
Gotcha. That'll bring us to Williams. Williams, you have a Rosalie behind you. Raz is taking a breath.
Raz said, I ain't hear no bell.
Nope.
Well, Raz
Raz, are
actually
you
said,
okay?
fucking that hurt. Give me a second.
Yeah, just give me a minute.
She's Randy Marsh right now.
I'm only here so I don't get fined by the league. All right, let's run back upstairs.
Glad I rolled low for Brad's falling down the stairs, and that only took one death save.
Oh.
And no, sorry.
That's
So everyone's
10,
down there.
15, 20.
I'm just gonna hide behind Taleo and say, "Haha, Raz is okay. Rosalie, god damn, she's awesome, right? Isn't she?" That's his turn.
I don't want the gods damning me, please. As she's going to
Figure
dash
speech.
pass. As she's going. Oh no. Boyo Hessler is on the ground, isn't he?
Yes, Hessler's just standing there.
Hessler, take 15 HP back.
Oh, nice.
That's the last of Rosalie's healing touches. Actually, no, that's the first one she's used today. Because she used all the other ones yesterday. So, you get some HP back. Steve, you're not on fire.
Fire, which is great. But he's very mad at this guy. So he's going to pull out his bow and then shoot him, hopefully in the face. Boy, Mr. Mrs. Longbow, please hit. And it does not. So Steve is just going to come back here some more and kind of cower his way.
Gotcha.
Because he is beat up.
Dara, you take 4 fire damage.
Yep, I should probably do something about that eventually. Yeah, I'm probably fine. Let's try to finish off this prone thing first, because that would be ideal.
That is going to hit.
Cool.
Dishing out 5. It's still alive. You are going to take some fire damage in return.
Yeah.
4 total fire damage. Brings us to this one over here. It is, or is that it for you?
Yeah.
As it is going to manage to break free and come after Zinnia. Zinnia is going to take a nasty punch, as it is going to punch through her barrier. She's only going to take 1 throw, as it does get through her barrier. But that does light her on fire. Bringing us to Ifrit. Ifrit still get this guy under control. He is starting to lose it, though. As this guy is starting to get out from Ifrit's grip. That brings us to Taleo. What you doing, Taleo?
Alright, do same thing as always. I'll bring the sword down.
You bring in the hammer. Even though it's not a hammer. That's going to be an 18. That's going to hit. That's going to be 10. You got max this time, didn't you? 10 damage, which finally kills him as Ifrit rolls out of the way.
I was going to say it's 11, but it's fine. If it's dead, it's dead.
11. I can do math, I promise.
But that's it.
You're not going to move?
I'm going. You know what? Yeah, I'm going to move.
Did you
Over
take your
here.
3 fire damage, by the way?
Oh no, I did not. I'll take that right now. 1, 2, 3, and I'll move over here next to Zinnia to get hopefully make this thing focus on me a little bit.
Oh, it's going to bring us to Zinnia. Zinnia is going to take 1 fire damage, but they're going to take a shot. First, they're going to use their bonus action to try to shove this guy back. It is going to get shoved away from her. She is going to follow up with a shot as she catches it full in the face, shattering its face.
Damn. Good job, Zinnia.
Zinnia is still slightly on fire. Which brings us to Hessling.
I still have a clear shot at that one. Good.
That is
9
unfortunately
misses.
going to miss.
Yep.
As
So,
the
nothing
staff
else.
Zinnia left behind is making it hard to target. This one's going to try to come after y'all. It is going to break free. As it wants... It's not all that bright. It wants Steve. It's coming over here.
Oh.
That's a 20.
Oof.
5 fire damage to Steve, and Steve's on fire again.
Yeah.
Or, at least, he would be. If not for the redhead, who tells it to fuck off.
Nice. I'm not on fire, guys.
As you see the golden shield appear in front of you again.
I go, oh, thank you. I love you.
Oh, Raz, this is your turn.
There's nobody on the stairs, so I'm going to use my movement to get as far up as I can.
This is 5 feet to get here.
Oh, 5 feet to get there. Okay, so 10, 15. Yeesh, I can't do anything to these guys.
I think you stepped there, right? This guy's just dead.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
can
then,
I? Okay, well. And can I throw my dagger?
You can, but you can always move up, use your action to take the help action to give somebody else advantage.
Oh, I could.
We'll
But I don't
put
really
out
want to
fire
get
on
with the
me.
idea of it.
Yeah, that's
We'll
fair.
put out the fire on me.
Oh, I didn't realize you're on fire. Yep, I'm gonna slap your fire out.
You
That's my
slap
action.
the hole that's appearing in the back of Dara's pants.
Yep,
As
nope,
Dara,
nope,
you take
stop
a slap
that.
to the ass. It's just pat, 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 pat. As the fire gets put out.
You'll thank me later. This is not consensual.
I think it is, seeing as how you're putting the fire out.
Yep,
Steve
so I'll
looks
use my
over.
action.
Williams.
Oh, wait, we're patting people's butts? How come I wasn't invited to this party?
I'm short. I can get away with it.
I'll keep that in mind for next time. And Williams will just come down here and smack the golem
It's going to hit.
for 8.
8
Oh, right, you can just make
damage.
yourself.
That's
can
going
what
to go
now?
down to a 4.
And that's it.
Which brings us to Rosalie. Rosalie's going to throw down a withering mark and some healing. Healing goes to Dara.
Heard.
It's going to fail and get marked. Which is going to bring us to Steve. Steve, what you doing?
Steve is going to disengage and move all the way over here. And then shoot that guy. Well, like probably... before Steve does that. No, yep, Steve's just going to shoot him.
That is unfortunately going to miss.
Oof.
Yep, and Steve is just going to kind of hide out over here. He's just going to be like this.
Fair. There's nothing to hide
You don't
behind
see
over
me.
there, but Dara.
You don't see me.
What you doing, Dara?
I will move over to behind Taleo. I will use my action to put the fire out on Taleo.
Gotcha.
So that way they're not on fire, and it's my action and turn.
It's going to bring this guy, who is going to whip around and try to put its fist through Zinnia's face. That is a crit, but Zinnia is going to say no. As the 15 damage gets turned into a 7 remainder, Zinnia gets a barrier up in time.
And if there's anything left after that, I'll use the interceptor as well.
There's nothing left of it. It did 15 damage. Zinnia got a 22 on her ward. Nothing gets through.
Oh, okay, so I don't
You
need to worry
can
about
intercept to
interception.
increase the barrier if you want.
Sure, why not? Just in case.
Alright, it gets her up to a 10 on her barrier. That brings us to Ifrit, who cracks his knuckles, attempts to grab this by the... Oh, wait. That doesn't even less, because that gets halved. So it goes down to 7. You take out 4 of it. It only does 3 damage to Zinnia because of the warding mark. Zinnia's still got a lot on her barrier, even though that was a crit.
Damn.
And he takes 2 damage. Because Rosalie got her warding mark on it, which halves the damage from 15 to 7. You take out 3, leaving 4. So it's an 18. Alrighty. That brings us to Ifrit. Ifrit is going to try to grapple. They both crit fail, but he's a little bit faster. So Ifrit doesn't manage to get the grapple off. Taleo, you are going to take 3. No, you just had the fire put out, didn't you?
I don't know. Did someone take it? Put it out?
Dara did. Dara, did you put Taleo out?
I did.
Excellent.
So
I'm not on fire. All right, I'm going to swing on him very recklessly, like 14.
16, so it's going to hit.
Oh yeah. So,
13 damage.
yes.
Anything else?
Das is it.
Zinnia is going to use her action to put herself out after taking 1 point of damage. As she is going to back off. She gets an attack opportunity against her. That's a 13, which she's going to manage to block with shield. Bringing us to Hessler. As this thing fades out of existence. What you got for us, Hessler?
Guess what? Gonna shoot him again.
Miss.
Or at least try and miss.
Poor Hessler. Anything else from Hess?
No, because I don't have anything to support.
So do you get a recharge? She does get a recharge. Cool. What brings us to this guy? Didn't you just have your turn? No, that was somebody else's turn. So you've already done something. Raz.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
I don't have any more magic, so I'm just gonna throw my knife at it.
Gotcha. That is going to hit.
Oh.
That is
3
going to be
piercing.
1 damage.
Never mind, 1 damage.
Because you're not blessed like she is.
Oh, I'm not blessed right now. That is my turn.
As your dagger ends up over here. Actually, it ends up over here. Which then brings us to Williams.
Oh boy. All the things in the world to do. All right. Let's hit the golem.
It's going to hit. 4 damage down to 2. And you're going to take 3 retaliatory damages.
Aw. All right. That's it.
Rosalie's going to throw down some healing on Steve.
Yay.
And then try to wither. Failed, so it keeps the wither up. Steve.
Steve is going to shoot.
You're not
It's
gonna
going to
pray to
be
the bow.
10 damage down to 5.
And then Steve, afraid that he's going to get attacked again, he's going to be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Steve's going to run down by Dara for the interception.
10, 15, 20, 25. Okay.
There's only one golem left.
I know, but
Steve doesn't like getting punched.
yeah. Or being on fire.
Dara?
Well, Steve is not on fire. So,
This is
unfortunately,
true.
Steve,
I don't think anybody's on fire as of current.
no, because we've been smart
No.
about this.
I mean, there's the fiery dwarf next to you, that's it. Who's still just waving their hands in the air, unaware of everything that's been going.
Yeah, we're not complaining about that. Alright, so I'm gonna move there. Yeah, I don't really need to give myself a defense precision. I'll just use my normal attack since I got +2 because I'm flanking.
It's going to hit.
Oh,
Stupid right click. Come on. There. Oh my god.
3 damage. Did you take a chunk off of it?
At least it's 3 damage though. Alright, that's my turn.
And that brings us to Ifrit. Ifrit's going for another tackle. It's matched, so it goes to Ifrit actually. So Ifrit is going to manage to get that grapple off as they are locked arm in arm. Bring us to Taleo.
Once more, the sword shall fall. But I'm not going to reckless this time because I'll need to. This guy's grappled, right?
Yep. Doesn't give you any advantage or anything. It just stops his movement.
Oh, well, then I'm still going to reckless.
It's going to miss.
11,
No, it's going to
13.
hit because you're flanking with Ifrit.
Yep.
And that's going to be 7 damages. No, that's...
God damn.
yeah, 7 damages.
Double crit fail for damage.
Don't you have Weapon
I don't
Master?
know how that feels.
Huh?
Do you have the Great Weapon Master fighting?
No, that's
The fighting style, not.
Yeah, that's
you're
not Taleo.
a
That's
fighter.
That's
Yeah.
Torquil.
I tried. Alrighty. That's going to bring us to Zinnia. As the first thing that happens is Raz's dagger goes flipping into the air and lands right in front of her, just floating.
I go, what type of sorcery is that, Raz?
As then
Yeah, it's not
Zinnia
me.
is going to shoot it in the back of the head, which covers it in ice and brings it down.
I go,
God damn, execute mob style with ice.
Steve's going to go lay on this table over here for a little bit.
Yeah, it's official. This place sucks.
You think, Raz? You think? This
I don't know.
I
I
just
think
fell down the
it's pretty
stairs.
good.
This place has been nothing but golem murder.
Oh, don't forget about the mushrooms.
That's true, the myconids.
Honestly, I prefer to be fighting those right about now.
You see the golem Ifrit is starting to rip pieces off to replace his damaged parts.
Here's what. If I could make a suggestion, tell the golem to not go further than 10 feet from us on its way outside. On its way to the way out, please. And thank you.
Wouldn't that defeat the purpose of getting to the other side of a room? You hear from Zinnia.
Right now, the golem is very useful at grappling these things and making it easier to hit them. It doesn't help us if it goes running out to wherever it goes. We had no idea where it might have gone. I don't know if there's another way down here. Actually, is there
tried
any?
to
She
up the
looks
stairs.
around. There's no other door. There's only the
the stairway.
staircase it took.
I'm just saying it could have just kept going even if there was doors down here.
So, if I may have a suggestion, there only appears to be 2 ways into here. Some stairwell. How about we stick Ifrit to guard the stairwell we did not come out of? We know that path is most likely safe. and then we take, say, at least a good hour to recuperate. Yeah, I like this plan.
We could also have Ifrit let us know if there are enemies while we are going up,
Or we could just go under the assumption there's enemies in every room.
I believe
Yes,
that too.
that.
Have we
I
agreed
asked-
we're finding a way out of this place? Or are we looking here for something specific?
We're trying to get
Okay.
out because we're trying to find Becklin, which who knows what happened to her.
Could very
I-
well be dead.
True, but I doubt it. I
Yes.
doubt it.
Mhm.
But I asked Hessler, can you talk to this elemental in Dwarvish? Or do we want to do that?
I think it's a construct.
I
Like-
think it's an echo of a dead dwarf.
Oh, he's gone
Oh,
now.
that thing. I could. Are we prepared if I piss it off?
No, we are not. So that's why I was asking if you could, but I wanted to get the party's consensus because I am tired. I'm dirty.
I
And
think we're all a little
tired
tired.
tired of these golems.
Well,
Come to think of it, we
Hmm.
asked the golem if it knew the way out. Yes.
Yes.
Did we ever ask the golem if it knew what was causing these other golems to attack us?
it answers yes and no questions. It's not able to articulate that.
Yes,
And
but
I
that
doubt
is a
it
yes
would
or
guess.
that is a yes or no question. I would want to know if it knows what knows why.
Is Ifrit trying to go up the stairs again?
No, you told it to stay there.
Oh, okay.
Or did you? I think you did. That might have been Talia.
I think we had it stop at the stairs
Yeah,
so that way we
I could
could
get it to
rest.
stop before I went upstairs.
Yeah, it did try to go upstairs after the fighting was done.
Because Steve just wants to lay down on this table or whatever it is. The nice cold stone against his back makes him feel alive again.
Cool stone against his burning bald patch.
Oh, Taleo, do you need a nice cold stone too?
I'm fine.
I will
But
share
the
this nice table with you. This stone
main
table.
question is, are we actually going to be taking a short rest here?
I think
I
Steve
highly
is.
encourage it.
Yes, Steve is mandating a short rest
Good.
for
God.
everyone.
I wouldn't
Even
mind it.
I think
I said we take the short rest to ask the golem a bunch of yes or no questions that could maybe really help us.
right. We can try.
Because we're kind of yes, well, we're trying to steamroll, but maybe there's a way to make this easier.
Okay, well, if we're taking a short rest, I'm going to use magical inspiration. Oh, sorry, that's the wrong one.
She's like, what are you doing over there?
Song of Rest, you mean?
Yeah, they're going for song rest, I think.
Are we allowed to roll hit die?
I
Where's
mean, if you take a short rest, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we're taking a short rest.
If we're taking a short rest, okay. And I only have the one hit die anyway because I used up my other.
Thank you for doing that, because I rolled bare minimum on that hit die.
Oh,
I'm not okay. I'm not grumpy at the dice. I'm not grumpy at the dice at all.
way to go, Taleo.
You do hear Hessler as Zinnia's looking around. You know, it's kind of odd we don't see much more in terms of furniture.
I wonder if it got burned.
And the
It is
dwarves are fairly
peculiar.
utilitarian. They might not care much for furniture. Or the fact that we're underground. It's been hundreds of years. It's probably decayed.
Hey,
Except
but
for the fact these are dwarves and usually make things out of stone.
Maybe the golems ate it or something, made it a part of themselves.
Maybe, but you
It
don't see
could-
them using the tables.
It
Or
could have been
hurt
used
to
as
guess.
barricades.
yeah, I was gonna say that too, Hessler, if they were using them as barricades
But
somewhere.
where? We
Yes,
haven't seen anywhere that's been barricaded.
Ask the Hessler. Ask Ifrit if one of these areas is barricaded, and if it's on our way out.
Ifrit, do you know where all the small furnishings went?
Ifrit does not.
Chairs. What?
Ifrit does not move.
I think it's waiting for your command to allow it.
Just say, can you answer a question for me, please,
It hasn't
Ifrit?
needed that command any other time.
Oh.
Is its healing posted again?
I don't think so. Ifrit, you're allowed to move, but stay with us. Stay within 10 feet of myself.
It remains where it is. You hear from Rosalie. He could just not know.
That's true.
Well, you could ask that question I wanted to know the answer to, whether or not it knows why these things are corrupted.
Ifrit, do you know why the other golems are corrupted?
It nods.
Okay.
Is the answer to that on our way out?
It nods.
Yay!
Okay, so it knows what's corrupted the others, and will have to fight it on our way out, or at least destroy it. I suspect fight, as our luck has been absolute.
Garbage.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hmm. Ask Ifrit if it could. These things don't seem to have much interest in attacking it unless provoked. Yes.
Oh, at the end of a short rest by spending one or more hit dice, regains an extra.
That's not a question.
I'm asking that to the party.
Sorry, what are you asking?
These things seem to only attack Ifrit when he attacks them. Yes.
So far, there may be something else in here that may attack him, though. We have to remember he was in such a bad state, something did attack him.
Well, I'm thinking, could he not? I don't know, distract or lead the other golems away from the exit in a way that that we don't have to fight them.
That implies they can still communicate. Worth a shot, though.
No
Do
harm in that.
we want it to leave us behind? I
I think
kind
we
of
need
think this
him.
would be useful to bring out with us.
Well,
I like him as a fighting tank because he does grapple and then get inside the fight with us.
He has been. It has been very useful to help us out.
yes, but we could just ask if you can safely lead the golems away from where we need to go to leave, and then join us afterwards. If you cannot safely do it, then we shall just, I guess, just continue destroying them on our way there.
That might be a risk. If they try to jump him for messing with him, then he's going to be on his own.
That's why I specified safely.
I'm not entirely sure he knows.
Well, there's only one way to know. That I will ask him. Yes or no? That's the name of this game. Information.
Ifrit, are you able to safely distract the other golems and lead them elsewhere without being attacked?
It remains still.
Oh, he doesn't know.
Doesn't know.
It stands to reason that we will need to continue climbing flights of these stairs. Based on the outside this fort, would it be how could I estimate how many floors this place actually
3.
has? Okay, so 3 floors. This is the
Unless
this is
it
the
went
second floor.
into the ceiling above. But the building y'all saw were definitely had 3 floors, at least.
Okay, so I gotta phrase this in a way that's a yes or no. Could you ask Ifrit if this building has more than 3 floors going up?
Does Ifrit have fingers?
Yeah.
How many on each hand?
He has a total of. Let me go check. I can't see his fingers at the moment.
Futurama fingers.
I
4.
think it's 4.
Futurama, Simpsons, Family Guy, all those adult cartoons. 4 fingers.
Yeah, he's
Darn
got 4
hands on it.
fingers. 3 main fingers and the thumb. He's just missing a pinky.
Oh.
I mean, his hands are made of fire.
Technically, they're
just-
made of molten rock. But
Oh,
Yeah. Who's counting? The finger
Ifrit,
that
could
is-
you show how many digits? Could you use your digits to show how many floors are in this building?
he remains still.
Al,
Maybe he can't count?
what did you ask him?
Ties his digits in account of how many floors there are.
Well, I think maybe there are more floors because I think that he might count anything below ground as well as above. Just ask it if it can show us on his hands how many floors up we need to go to get out of this place.
Ifrit, can you show how many floors we need to get out?
They point up.
I go, well, let's just go up then.
Information is one of the key ways to win a battle. I'd like to have as much information as possible. Does it mean that we only have to go up one more flight?
Ifrit, how many flights do we need to go up?
It just stares at you. Considering it couldn't write, I'm not entirely sure it's going to be able to count either.
It could just be illiterate, or something. You are asking what I am asking to ask, right? Because I'm asking simple yes or no questions here. Do we have to go up one flight or one more flight? Is that what it is saying?
No. Ifrit, do we have to go one more flight up to get out?
It points up again.
That's the answer. That's one flight, and the answer is up.
Ask Ifrit if there's any enemies up there. The golems that we just faced. If he knows.
Ifrit, are there more golems or myconids up?
It turns around and starts walking upstairs.
Okay, we're following, I guess.
Alright, we're going.
Just before we go up, what's on the ceiling?
It's just stone.
All right.
All right, same.
Do note,
What
y'all
do you call
haven't
it?
finished y'all's long rest at all.
What?
I thought it was
short
short.
resting.
Short rest.
Yeah.
Yeah, short rest. You haven't finished that at all.
Oh, then tell him to wait.
Ifrit, wait.
He turns back.
It's an hour for short rest.
Yes, it's been like 5 minutes.
I just want to stare at this ghostly dude for a minute and kind of see what he's doing.
Still just waving his
I
hands.
did tell Ifrit to stay within 10 feet of Hessler.
Gotcha.
Ask Ifrit if he knows this guy.
Ifrit, do you know that dwarf?
They look over. There's a nod.
That's the answer. It knows.
Interesting. But the spirit sprite thing is just kind of waving its hands in the
Yep.
air, acting like it just don't care.
Yep. You see Rosalie is going to walk over here with Williams and kind of crouch down to take a look. You know, that kind of looks like he's conducting.
Like an orchestra.
Yeah.
So we have a conductor and a writer.
A loomer? A loomist?
Weaver.
A weaver.
A weaver. Yes, that's what I said.
It is not what you said. If I had to guess, this house might have been the house of a clan of artisans of some kind, which is odd. Because the way their symbols look kind of made me think it was warriors of some kind.
I have, but group question: have we established these things can understand us?
No, we have not. But we don't want to. Is what I asked before the rest, due to the fact we're not ready to face off a fiery, blazy thing. And
Yeah,
last,
I had an idea of maybe trying to how to communicate with it, but perhaps I should hold off on that idea.
What exactly is your idea?
Well, I mean, the Knight's Order has been around since pre-Cataclysm times. I mean, I was thinking about maybe showing it my early initiate rank symbol and see if it would react to it. But yeah, I don't think I doubt it would attack us, but also at the same time, I prefer not to find out.
We did get attacked by the other one for interfering with it. You hear from Zinnia.
it's true.
But that was because I believe that might have been because we touched it or tried to force something into its hand.
It could be that it just got interrupted as well.
Yes.
We're dealing with spirits that don't seem to be able to interact, or at least understand what's around them to some degree. Especially ones that, if they were here when their city fell, could be seriously traumatized as well.
Williams,
no.
you're
Poor little traumatized dwarf. I want to. Williams, you see Rosalie is reaching out to try to hug it.
No.
I don't know if that's such a smart idea, but
Rosalie, it is made of fire.
You hear an oomph as something hits Rosalie dead in the chest, and she goes tumbling backwards onto her butt.
I go, Rosalie, no! My new queen that helped save me. Please
You see
stand
her
up.
cheek puff and stare at her sister.
Leo just nods with respect at Zinnia, like, good job.
You didn't have to be so rough. It doesn't say anything.
Would you rather have a bruised ass or burned body?
I'd rather help if I
Burn
can.
hair.
She sticks her tongue out at her sister. Then sees Steve is standing in front of her. Immediately jump off and run over here.
Appropriate reaction.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to thank her for helping me.
She has a very red. Her cheeks are very red.
Don't be shy. It's okay. I'm just being friendly.
Maybe a little too friendly.
Nope. Never.
Don't forget consent, Steve.
There was no touching. Just ran over to check on her.
Looking at this thing, so it's clearly some sort of musician. I'm going to look at Williams. Do you know what it is? It is pantomiming, like what kind of music it is trying to perform or lead the orchestra to perform.
We would need to know what kind of orchestra was set and where the pieces were sitting. Without that, we'd have no way to know.
well, usually the strings are in one place and the brass in another and the wind in another.
Can you
But,
guarantee that they're in the same place a modern orchestra would be? From another race?
If they're civilized, yes. I guess. I don't know.
Maybe you can.
The only music I know dwarves are known for is bar music, really. Drinking songs and the like. At least in my
Well-
world, that was the case.
I don't think you need a. Sorry, I
Well-
just forgot the name of what the conductor. Sorry, I'm
So-
sure they don't have a conductor for drinking songs.
So whenever Williams played the song Arrest, what did it do?
Didn't respond.
So I think it's conducting on its own, practicing with the people that were in here at the time of
I don't exactly think this place is big enough for an orchestra, unless it's a very, very small orchestra.
Could have just been a teacher for some kids.
True.
What's Rosalie doing, CC?
Sidestepping away to get over to her sister. She doesn't do anything
So we
otherwise.
So we're just taking that short rest now. I don't think there's anything else to ask the golem, and I don't think anyone wants to fuck with this dwarf.
No. No touchy for dwarf.
I gotta say, this thing does not look like a dwarf when I look at it and I picture a flaming dwarf. It looks
That
more like
reminds me of a gnome.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It looks kind of more like a gnome.
It's a bit thicker in reality. Don't hate on the image.
Fair.
But is there anything else you would like to do during y'all's short rest?
Nope, just heat, rest and recover.
Hessler, you are getting shadowed by a fire.
That's fine.
Interesting.
If we keep this thing for long, I have an idea for it.
But
And just in case, I'm gonna use I feel like this is a waste, but I'm gonna use all my hero points to regain pieces of rage. Only got
Gain
the
what?
2.
gotcha.
Rage?
Yep.
Yep.
Rage. Alrighty then.
Yeah.
As we
Am
are
I up?
pretty close, there's no point in pushing on into another section until we have the time to actually deal with it. So I'm going to go ahead and end it there. Good job, you guys. That was a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to seeing what y'all think of the next floor. It should be a lot of fun. Y'all have a wonderful night. And for those joining us, we thank you for joining us as well. Ciao.